Believe it or not, I feel like it's just another issue with PC reset or force reset again. Yippee. TIE fight again. You're kidding. You could say that, but it's like a minor one again. I mean, at this point, it's literally just like a... It's nothing to do with my specs. It's not like a PC related... It's not like a system related issue, it's just another PC one. Oh. Specs reasoning? For some reason, if you have like better specs than usual, you are more or less liable to actually get like a blue screen. But like other games like Fortnite or Wilds or whatever, it does not blue screen like this. I find like issues, it's more or less just unrelated to specs. Yeah, it's just down to like just specs. Oh, but like not specs, but like the kind of specs I have. The Yabby comp that was like N0R1. Like on Sokaku that like did a full kill on Thingy. Nyoji Bay, by the way, so. Good attack. Yeah, it might just be down to like the different kind of specs we have. I don't have like a 4070 Super, I just have a normal 4070.
Only champions make history.
I'll win and absorb.
Weak spot. Gotcha now.
I think it's down to like leg and pairs.
Eyes on me.
Make way for the undefeated champion. The killer is unstoppable.
Yeah.
A beautiful shooting star.
That was visual noise. First off was pretty slow, like around 1 minute 30 seconds. It might be a bit slow here. Oh, I was actually considering bank comp. Never mind. I think I do have 32 gigabytes of RAM. Let me go check. Yeah, 32 gigabytes, and I have a 4070. They are, well, one part is used. One part is used, but everything else is brand new. And the news part is like the motherboard, but it's only for like a display case, and that's it. Okay. It is just endless. It really just is endless that just crashes like this. I don't know why. But specifically, it's around 3090. It's like 3080, 3090, 4070. I haven't seen anything about 4070 Super. But that's typically where the issues come from. Either way, though. It's nothing too major in which they're like, the files end up being defragmented or like getting corrupted. It's like kind of dumb because I feel like the game's just trying to like, I have the game on max settings, so it might be just that as well. But I like my aesthetics. Anyway, dead broke, nothing to do today. Kind of sick. Might end stream in a bit.
The morning air is like a soothing melody, truly unforgettable.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you why it constantly crashes. Except what I think might be the issue. Okay, that's actually really good. I'll hold on to this, but because I can't level it up. I think because this could go insanely well, or it could go like downhill.
How can I help?
But then again, who would I use this on? Probably on lighter. Thing is, I'm not using pan comp on like lighter. Well, with lighter, I'm using lighter with Ben.
I'm here, so we're good.
Meaning I have to get Jufufu next to pan if I want to use hyper carry. Yeah, because like for some reason people have issues with Zenless with when they have like a 3019. I'll even check right now. Yeah, 40-50. And then it's something... Because, like, it's not common. Alright. Top 1%, top 10%. Okay, let me just see myself in internet. I doubt I'm not that high. So as I did Ben, and I basically gave him more comps to actually refer from, or refer to. Oh, but he will add in Vivian. That's so cool. See myself actually. Let me see. Top 83%. That's so cool. Probably because of skills. Top 50. Never mind. Disc Ben. Yeah. Stand that. To be fair. It wouldn't kill it. It's like maybe refer to a couple of comps here and there. It's I don't know, it's just me, but what can you do? I think it's mostly because of my skill levels and core skill. If I get around to maxing these out, then I'll probably like rank even higher. Because my discs are really good still. Well, 3 rolls here, 4 rolls here, 3 rolls here, 4 rolls here, 3 rolls, 3 rolls. Well, scratch that. Okay. 16 points. Understood. But getting them to like 12 is expensive. It's like altogether, I think it's like 2 million, 3 million to actually get all your skills, your core skills up. With Ben, it's different. I main Ben. And with that, I kind of have to like give everybody equal treatment.
I'm here, so we're good.
You don't need 12, just 11. Understood. Just get into it once
I've got your back.
essentially kind of feel like it, but
I am the
I'm not one to max out core skills or like any agent skills and then max them out like day one. Okay. Aims need to be at 15. That adds up because my ability does rank pretty low.
Time for some hard labor?
I have 2 guns, so double the accuracy.
Adds up, adds up.
Starlight, it's time to shine.
I'll get back to, I'll probably focus on like core skills one day, but for a patch like this, I don't expect anything to like just magically fall into my hands. Okay. So, say if I actually do max out like my skills and stuff like that, I'd probably rank higher, like around top 10%. Or 20. Maybe like a bit more generous to myself. Or to you guys, really. I'll say 20. But, you know what? There's something else that takes precedence, and it is Pan.
Hey, don't look down on me.
Right. In terms of rolls, this is an amazing piece. Amazing, really good piece. Amazing piece. I will say amazing because we have attack percentage here. 4 rolls. It's a 0 piece, basically. This is okay. I could do better here. Alright, if I get like if I have another attack piece that's like doesn't seem like it. See, I could share, but I don't want to go around swapping pieces all the time. %, went from the 50 percentile to my top 15 from. You know what? Adds up, adds up. Denny's not an issue, man. Let me see. This is annoying. This is actually annoying. What do you mean by O and then DPS support AP? Okay, so we can do DPS better, but you won't calculate that. Okay. Alright, I see how it is. I just need to get lucky for this double drop. And then I slurred that so crazy. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, when we said, I mean, that one time when I said I was testing rotations, I low-key was testing out rotations, like both sub DPS and main DPS. On top of that, yeah, I know he's traveling, so I'm not going to impose on him too much. On top of that, we do have, like, well, more people around now. So, for example, that Brazis guy that just joined in, he does do free-to-play Ben comps. So, we can actually just, like, pick his brains for a bit and see how well, you know, Ben does in a free-to-play comp. Unfortunately, we can't do Polkra Ben. Actually, no, we probably need Blue Panda for that. And by Blue Panda, I mean by Rory Renee. Yeah, there are more people that are also asking for Ben as well. Yes, peer pressure. We love to see more peer pressure. Eventually, he'll probably get back into it and see where he went wrong, or what you could do. 30. Kind of hate these requirements though. Max level, max out W engine. I kind of wish skills didn't matter all that much and it was just rolls. But then again, for a game that allows no min or max rolls, I can see why we have like a biased thingy. Why about just sending money to get Ben done? True. Just bribe the guy. Just send him money. You know, have a financial incentive, really. Sigh. I have like another attack piece today, but it ended up being like one defense roll. I mean, I'll see how good I scale. Oof. Not as good as the defense piece, so I'll hold on to it. How much is it? Oh, it's 100. It's 100 attack. That's crazy. But to be fair, for the sake of like M2 and stuff like that, I'll probably just hold on to defense for the time being. I mean, attack is low, but he can use defense, which technically helps with this game. And if I gotta get through with this video, I really do. I actually have to. I mean, granted, I am sick today, so I wouldn't want to do too much work. And I'm not gonna be streaming for that long anyway. Though I am recovering, so that's all that matters. But I really do need to talk about this Ben issue thing. I really get. I should get around to it. Additionally, there are a lot of videos that talk about you know, how good Ben could be and stuff like that, but I feel like we need to just address the issues why people like think Ben does nothing or doesn't do anything. I think that's quite important. Because outside of just guide makers trying to label him, guide makers like Groben and I guess it's just Groben that made that guide in the first place. I think we need to start talking about the real issues with Ben.
Time for some hard labor?
I'm not gonna repeat myself. Like, you know, I have issues with at this point. Yeah, I mean, I hate to admit it, but he kind of is the worst character in general. The guy gets gimped. I mean, again, he is one of two characters that cannot apply their own anomaly. Unless, like, and this is, like, including a haunt state as well. He cannot apply his own anomaly. He has iframes, but he can't apply his own anomaly. Which doesn't make him that great for, like, anomaly comps. And this is why them saying that they have to rework characters, please go back to Ben. Please go back to Ben. You know how popular the guy is. Just go back to him and look what you did to him. Please, like, low-key, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Because he's, like, you don't know what to do with him, but you don't want him to be too overtuned or too overpowerful, because, let's be honest, the second beta test was actually kind of crazy. He low-key was out DPS in, like, the likes of Ellen in the second beta test. And by second beta test, we had, like, nothing about, like, defense agents or stuff like that. We had something like, impact. It was, okay, we had something called impact. No, it was strike units, pierce units, and slash units. Slash units being, like, anybody that had, like, sharp objects, whatever, so.
Touch my tail?
Ellen was a slash, Ben was a strike, and Pierce was very weird because we didn't have something like Trigger. Back then it was just Rena who was the only Pierce unit.
Yes, all accounted for.
Actually, no, Nicole was Pierce.
And I promise you'll learn big.
There wasn't a focus on like actual team roles or team compositions or whatever. Outside of the fact that you just had to read characters' kits and then see what they did. So nobody knew what Lycon did and thought he was a DPS agent until they read his kit.
I'm at your disposal.
He was kind of undertuned though. Also, at that time, we did not have, like, these cinemas were not, like, their own thing. They weren't there. These were our cinemas. These core skills were our cinemas. So whenever you go a dupe, you would actually be able to max this out. Nothing really happened though, so there's that. I gotta max this. I have to max out Star.
Follow your orders.
Anyway, back to us. Back to what we were talking about, right?
For some hard labor?
At the most part for second beta test, it sort of made sense because he made him try to, you know, scale towards defense and be a bit of a tank here and there. But past that, when we actually have like actual roles like attack, anomaly, stun, that kind of thing, it doesn't make sense anymore. The way he's built, I think they just purposely left him as is from like the second beta test. And then maybe kind of gave him stuff that they thought wouldn't work with him. But let's be honest, you can't really use him as a sub-stun unit because most of his days multipliers don't really make sense.
Time for some hard labor?
At this point, I'd probably take Line Flame's like word for it and just wait until we see like the first Ellen buff. And well, to be fair, we don't really get leaks in terms of, well, gears in general.
How can I help?
Like, we don't get anything until like the patch actually releases itself, because we know that we're getting except for like 2.0, because we know that we're getting the rest, like the gears of like all of Unkree Summit. But there should be 2 other gears that we have yet to get, unless they're gonna like make 6 whole new gears, where it's like, oh, here's like Trigger and Soldier 11 and Soldier 0 and B. And then you have like another A rank agent that ends up being undertuned for a bit. It's probably just gonna be the likes of. Well, it depends on who's popular as an A rank, because it could be so cocky. It could be so.
Need help? Call me anytime.
But I feel like it's Ben. 1 second. It totally makes sense. She's very popular.
Time for some Joker.
I mean, best believe when we do have a character story, it's well, not the character story in general, but when it was an event back then, or when it happened to be an event. Yeah, this thing. It was essentially. We get to use her buffed version. We get to use her with gears and stuff like that. That's how they know she's that's how bad they know. I can't word it correctly. That's how they know how undertuned she is. And at some point, they have to go back to A ranks and then look how undertuned somebody like Ben is, you know? And then start, like, giving him stuff that kind of matters. Yeah, we're mostly going to get lots of void buffs, because, let's be honest, their mouth, not ours. We don't want to minusly buff stats. We want to take clear. We want to have, like, more focus towards characters' kits in general, and then start reworking, and then start building them from scratch again. Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing though, we're getting another Bear Thyron, and that Bear Thyron could end up being really good as like a supportive sub DPS unit. And in a way, his mods are really good. Yeah, he is definitely popular in the West, and I feel like with Zendis, there's a bit more of like. Yeah, Planet is going to be strong. So if Planet's going to be strong, then they can definitely take, like, a minute to go back to, like, Belobog in general, and then basically be like, okay, damn, we actually left Ben in this state. We have to fix him. I mean, there's 2 Bear Thyrons, and Ben does end up, and Ben is quite popular. In a way that we even get him in, like, basically 2 back-to-back events. Well, not back-to-back events, actually. He wasn't relevant during 1.6. But 1.5 he was relevant. He was literally one of the he was like the second best fisherman. And in 1.7 you get him in like the thingy. To be fair though, we don't just get another fat bear for like no reason whatsoever. I think they care about Ben a bit more than we take it, and then we like assume they would. I mean, best believe they could have left Lycorn as is, but he has his best in sort comp now, which is Hugo, and of course you know Lycorn Hugo or like a Hugo. They're basically fueling the ship, which might as well be canon. I think they would. I think they're kind of liable to buffing Ben in a way. If they let Pan be a character and then understand the fact that male characters do end up being popular. I mean, in terms of leaks, which are sensitive and aren't completely final in a way, we are getting another S-rank male the patch after. So I feel like in a way it's going to be more frequent compared to the likes of... Well, okay, not as frequent as, say, the other Hoyoverse. Actually, no, I will say that I will say it's more frequent than like something, say, like Genshin. Think about Natlan in general. one male S rank character released throughout the entirety of Nanon, or like the entire 5.0 patch. One male 5-star. I mean, we did get more male characters, but all of them ended up being 4 stars. 2.1 shouldn't be idols. Okay, they will appear, but the thing is though, there has been data. Okay, there's been leaks during 2.1, or instead, there are files for something. So, for example, we are getting a new attribute, which originally did exist during the first ever beta test of Zenless. So we didn't just have like ice, electric, physical, fire. Actually, no. Well, Ben used to be physical. He never used to be like fire until now. Yeah, but during 2.1, the redhead girl should be a playable character, and on top of that, the Black Cat Thyron is also apparently a playable character too. And on top of that, one of those characters will have a new attribute called Wind. And then there'll also be like a Rupture. But, I mean, it's also been data mined that one of the idol factions, so basically the Angels of Delusion, will also be an Annihilation character. I mean, again, these are leaks and they're not completely final, but to be fair, it's not from Flying Flame, that's for sure. It's a bit more reputable, but again, I wouldn't hold my breath. We probably just have to wait until the tail end of this patch. Yeah, apparently it might be those two. Apparently. Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, they do push like idols way too far, because they teased them during 1.0, didn't come out until like throughout season 1. We literally just got like other characters in the meantime. Season 2, I think at this point they're probably just saving the idols for New Year's, because New Year's is probably going to be something idol based, or you know, song based. It does make sense for like 2.1 because we have to meet them at one point. But again, first point, they never appeared in the season 2 trailer, so we have yet to see them again. On top of that, we have not. Oh, okay. You could say, okay, we could make the argument that you didn't see anything about Soldier 11 during the season 1 trailer as well, but she was in the base game. And she's actually the first character, like, story that you do. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, though, it seems that they've also pushed 2.0 to be the anniversary patch, because patches last for 40 days. What happens, like, when we elapse 20 days, well, technically around 40-ish days of, like, the patch itself? It's its first anniversary. So it would have been a year since it came out. Meaning that 2.0 is it's basically the big patch. They want you to hold there. But 2.1 is like, it will be a big patch as well, because we're still getting new areas, new quests, and stuff like that. Yeah, they did mention that. So, I mean, of course they mentioned Oba Squad, Angel's Delusion, and Yijuan. But that could be... But I feel like I'm not expecting them this quickly. Because, to be fair, we wouldn't have... I think they're going to be saved up for, like, New Year's. And not for 2.1. Especially now that we're getting like leaks about a wind attribute, and well, the 2 characters that could come out. it does make the most financial sense. It does, because those three characters are quite literally popular enough. Since they've already been like, essentially like rumored to death about all this stuff, and even teased as well. Wait, are you talking about? Oh no, that's not her. It's probably going to be Monica if you're saying anything like that. It's Oh Monica. No, it's Oh Sweetie, and then the Monica's like the actor. She has been teased, but I wouldn't say that she's going to be playable for a while. Miss Elizabeth. Yeah, Monica. Basically, like, you know, the girl that Billy stands a lot. That could be liable. But again, that just depends. What do we get for drip marketing? What's going to happen for, like, 2.1? Because if there's one thing that does make it a little bit more unlikely, 2.0 is going to have an A rank. 2.0 is going to have an A rank. Do A ranks come out this frequently? Not really. And to be fair, Stars of Lyria, although it's a bit weird, it isn't really an actual faction. In a way, Stars of Lyria is considered to be like a group between both Astra and Evelyn. Specifically because of the fact that it's named after like one of Astra's thingy. Unless we get like an actual faction name, because originally we had Obo Squad. Now it's renamed into New Era Defense Force. So it's probably just going to be something about Popstar related, maybe. But I feel like, yeah, they will be in like Season 2. But they could just do the really annoying thing and just like withhold them until 2.4. But 2.1 does seem likely. It does seem likely. I'd say it's a bit more likely that it'll be in 2.4. Because, let's be honest, they probably have like more to show before they show off like Idol Group. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but like, let's be honest. They kept us waiting for this long. I feel like they're gonna have to like cut all ties. And then say that, okay, fine, we're releasing the Idol faction like during 2.4. And let's be honest, one of them has to be an A rank. One of them has to be an A rank. Not, like, all three of them cannot be an S rank. Unless they do, like... Well, to be fair, I can't really say that for sure, because, let's be honest. Section 6, 3 S ranks, 1 A rank. Well, Sokaku was literally a 1.0 character.
Is it time to clock out?
And then we got Haramasa for free. Miyabi next to her. And then Yanagi the pack before. We didn't get anything on Neps until the... Well, Neps was actually kind of a patch after, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about. It could happen, it could be like that. So we could get like, Rokudo and Shintatsu. Basically, funny how we know their names anyway, because, again, it's not been leaked, but it's been revealed that the names are that. So you could get those two first, as like S ranks, and then Yutane, and then another character during the patch after. That could happen, but I feel like it's going to be Rokudo, Yutane, and then Shintatsu as like the A rank. And it's going to be like one patch only. It's not, yeah, it's not impossible to have like an A rank after, but
My loyalty lies with the winner.
if they know that those two, if this faction's like really popular, they're probably just going to have like one of those characters be an A rank, and I feel like it's going to be Shintatsu first. Rokudo definitely doesn't seem like an S rank, like it doesn't definitely seem like an A rank. Nor does Yutane, who's like literally an intelligent construct. I feel like they're going to be saving that. I feel like there's more importance there than there is for like other... Well, Shintatsu really. She doesn't seem as relevant compared to like Utane and Rokudo. Either way, we're pretty much saying waiting around until like the end of this patch or like the start of thingy. Again, just depends what we get. Really, anything can happen. I will. Tiny bit of optimization. We do have a YouTube viewer though. Hello. I should probably make like an actual description for YouTube. Like part 1 or part 2 is going to be, phase 2 is actually going to be a lot more quicker than
shall pay. My blade is already here.
stuff. That's so cool.
Purging slash.
It seems like, you know, or like a clear or use one like a DA, which is really funny because there's so much visual noise with their kit. It's honestly speaking kinda entertaining. Alright. In minutes, take 5 seconds. I think like just acting out the visual noise is really funny. There's like an unseen challenge with it. Take it in.
Go.
Well, it's like the easiest one to do, but
I'll take it. I'll take care of it. Just try me.
fixing on like an
There it is. Be gone. I'll take it.
A beautiful shooting star.
Move along. Try my pillar. Never know. Safety first. Gotcha now.
Nice.
Make way for the undefeated champion. Try this.
I decided to fix this on the completely different now.
I'll take care of it. There it is. Try my pillar.
Rocky, Woody, Rocky!
Let me at him.
Something so
Relax. I'll eat them. One more time.
A few minutes, that sucks. Yeah, there's a bit of issues with energy. I think that this buff does not favor Ben whatsoever.
And the winner is me!
Move along. Try my pillar.
Rocky, Woody, Rocky!
I'm so dumb.
Gotcha now. Next round. I pledge my honor.
It's quicker though.
A weak spot. My pleasure. Just try me. End of the line. Move along. Try my pillar. I'll take care of it. There it is. Fury. Click off.
A beautiful shooting star!
Yeah, it was like it is so ideal too. That was like 2 minutes, like dead on 2 minutes. That kind of sucks. Oh, this was quicker though. But that rotation could have been way better. It could have been. New tech is insane though. The new tech, well, the new tech is really strong. I should honestly reattempt this, but I'm probably gonna do that for another day. Yeah. Actually, I think it's not just Lucy. It's more or less like it's kind of a bit of lighter in a way, but that really depends on what we're trying to describe here. Yeah, I mean, me neither, because like sometimes I miss a normal, so I can't really get a woodpecker stack. But it does mean that you get like a little bit more no, not even a little bit, a lot more damage than you normally would compared to like normal sun phases. You go straight into like alt, and then yeah, just easy. You have to be certain distance away with her. Okay, I'll look into it. I should definitely look into it. For the time being, though, again, I do feel a bit under the weather, so it's not gonna be like a longer stream than per usual. It should be that, because that's what I was trying. I mean, that's not. That was what I was trying to do, right? Yeah, or like you see in like his newer clears now, or in Rex's newer clears. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, that's probably the tech you're talking about, and what I tried to do. Because, in a way, you not only have the ability to just deal a bit more damage with, like, thingy. Yeah. But it's basically like you build Woodpecker before you proc chain attack, and then you're able to do 2 chain attacks on top of the action energy you have, so you get to do another EX special. Yeah. I mean, either way, you won't make mistakes, sir. Right, well, we're gonna have like another Shiyu, so I guess I can I mean, it definitely should be more Hugo favored than like, well, Vivian favored really, because Vivian ends in like, well, essentially until next week Wednesday. He probably would. I'm not good at explaining stuff. I mostly just do show and tell, but showing isn't like the best thing to do. Sometimes we need like thinking. Yeah. I mean, it should definitely be like, if it's gonna be like that, it's probably energy favored, the buffs I mean. But if it's not like that, then I think Hugo will probably just have like a new buff that focuses on Totalize and nothing else. But again, anything could happen. Right, new Shiyu tomorrow, so we pretty much have to look into what buff we get. DA should be the same. And we should... Okay, I'm pretty much just gonna have to like maybe dump a bit into like Hugo's banner. But I'm in a good... I think I'm in a position to be able to do that. Although... starting next week Monday, I do start that course. I'm probably like fully recovered by then and be able to go.